Okay guys, welcome back. So you may be wondering, why is this goofy thing on my face? Well, normally when I grind, I just have respirator on, safety glasses. Well, the problem is with just the safety glasses, I'm still getting stuff in my eyes, and that sucks. So I'm putting this on today to see if this helps. I probably could get my respirator on, but I'm going to try it real quick without the respirator. I don't really recommend that. But what I'm going to work on today, guys, is the chef knife here. So I'm going to start flattening it out, flatten the spine, all that stuff. I will cut this part off, and then I'm going to try to start grinding the bevels in on this before I heat treat it. So, actually, I probably should heat treat it first, but give this a try. I got the spine nice and straight. It's flat. I don't see any air gaps in between anything, nice and flat. So this is flat. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to start working on the profile of the blade here. I'm using just a dull belt here, just because I don't want to take too much off right now. Then when I'm done doing the profile of the blade, I'm going to then see about cutting this, and then working on in here a little bit, and then I'll work on the sides. Get started then. Okay, so the edge has been profiled pretty well. This part here is really not what's going to get sharpened, because unfortunately I don't want the end user to get cut right here, so that it's going to end right about here. So there will be a bit of a bevel, not typical of a chef knife, but if I could, I would go out further more, but it's okay. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and start taking care of the side. So pretty much got it ground flat-ish. Yeah, you still see all this stuff here, all that. You're still seeing the imperfections, which is okay. The big thing I was really going for was making sure that mostly along the spine is going to be fairly clean. Now it's obviously not, because like I said, you got these little imperfections here, and obviously all this up here. But for the most part, it's good, and that's what I wanted to do, because I need to leave some meat on this because I haven't hardened it yet or tempered it. So what I'm going to do next real fast is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut probably this part off here. Yeah, I'll probably cut this part off here, so I'll have a little bit of a nub, and then fire up the forge, get this, I'm going to go ahead and cycle it, do the heat cycles on this thing, because that's very important to refine the grain structure inside the metal here from all the forging. I'm going to do 3 heat cycles of it. Now for 5160, one of the studies I saw is that they did 3 heat cycles at 1600 degrees. Now, normally what I taught is you do, like say, one cycle at 1600, another one at 15, another one at 1400, okay? I'm going to do a little bit more research on that because I want this to last the longest. And also, I'm going to temper this a little differently. A lot of studies consistently show that tempering between 3 to 350 degrees with 2 1-hour cycles is optimal for hardness for this. So that's what I'm going to go for. I'm not, normally a reason I would go around 400 to 450 is because if you're going to be chopping into things, we need this to not bend, break, and stuff like that. So you kind of give up a little bit of hardness for durability, because this is going to be a kitchen knife. I'm not chopping into things like an axe. So I'm going to stay with more hardness so that I can maintain a better edge. So with that, we go fire this. So with that, we go ahead, fire up the forge, cut off this edge, and then start getting this ready for heat treatment. But I do need to heat it in oil first, so I'm going to do that. Okay, as you see, it's been cut, and I already kind of shaped it a little bit, a lot nicer, so that way if you're going to do anything with it, it will kind of catch your hand. The handle's still a little long for my liking, but that's okay. So, time for the heat treat. So I almost made a bit of an error here. I was getting ready to start heat treating it, and then I realized I didn't drill the holes in my tang. Now luckily I don't harden my tang or like that, so if I did heat treat it, I'd probably be okay. But I always like to heat treat it before, or I'd like to drill the holes before I heat treat, just in case I do mess up, or it does harden for whatever reason, and I'm not struggling and then having to try to remove that hardness there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do some measurements. I'm going to measure all this out. I'm going to go put probably about 3 to 4 pins. I don't know yet. There's definitely going to be one back here, probably 2 in the middle, 1 towards the front here, so probably about 4 pins. And it's going to be brass pins what I'm going to use. And maybe 3/16. So what I'm going to do is I got already chucked on the drill press is a little piece that's going to start the hole. It's like a center drill deal, so that way when I go put the actual drill bit on, it's not going to wobble and walk around. So I'm going to do some measurements. I'm going to get where I want it drilled. I'm going to try to get everything nice and perfectly lined up, because like I said, I'm going to do my best to make this just a very good quality chef knife. This is not going to be probably like a Master Bladesmith's quality chef knife, but it's going to be, I want it to be very good. I'm going to use it, so by God, I want to make sure I want to use it all the time. So let's get my straight edge here. actual vices in there. So, a wise man once told me, hey, not me directly, a video, it's Mr. Walter Sorrells, if you haven't seen him, check his stuff out, is that he recommends that you drill the holes before you start shaping the tank. Now, for stock removal, I completely agree, but this wasn't a stock removal, so I got it viced up in here. Make sure it's all pretty steady. Now, I'm not too worried about the knife being a little cockeyed or anything like that, as long as the hole goes straight through. I figure it's a round shape, so that shouldn't be a problem. Now, I'm not drilling straight through. I'm simply making the marks. So it's almost like it's too hard, so I'm just like I can soften it. I'm using a propane torch here, not like a map or an oxyacetylene, so. Okay, so managed to get 2 holes drilled. Now the key to drilling any kind of metal, hard steel and stuff like that, is to slow speed, doesn't need to be super fast, oil, and steady pressure. You know, push some pressure, back it off a little bit, put some pressure, back it off a little bit. And also, you want to start with smaller bits instead of the size you're already going to go for, so that way, when you go to bigger bits, the easier it is for it to drill through. It is hard, alright? So, now time to temper it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to do it this time at about 325, 350 at most. I'm going to do 2 1-hour cycles. Now, in the past, any 5160 steel I've ever done, I've just done it at 425 for 2 hours, and they work just fine. Mind you, they were a lot thicker than this, and they were meant to be whaled on and stuff like that for survival, so I wasn't necessarily looking for hardness, but being a little bit more tough. And the higher the temperature, the more the temperature, the less hardness it has. In this case here, I want it to still be pretty hard, so it can maintain a very good sharp edge when we use it in the kitchen. So with that, I'm going to turn on my little oven here. I'm going to set it for 325 degrees for 1 hour. Let it get down to room temperature, then do another. Take it out and then do it again.